On those times that I find that I'm either experiencing writer's block as an MC, or if I'm feeling like I'm writing unoriginal shit all the time, or if I feel like what I've written isn't the best bars or the most witty ways of saying it, and I'm just sitting there writing and I don't know what to do, sometimes I implement this strategy in my writing process in order to have more original content, in order to maybe open up my mind when I'm feeling like a little stifled with writer's block, and I want to give that to you now. And this concept is the warm-up verse approach. This is the warm-up verse mentality. And what this really comes down to is I've found over the years, been rapping for over a decade, been coaching rappers for over 2 years, what I found is sometimes, just like almost anything in life, you sometimes just want to warm up. So the next time you're feeling like, all right, I'm gonna sit down and write a song, I found the beat I like, or maybe I feel like I haven't written in a couple days, I need to get back in the grind, I might be a little rusty, I've been doing other stuff, life has been taking me over. What I want you to do is maybe not always go for that. The first rhyme that you come up with has to be the first verse, or it has to be the actual track you're gonna write. You may wanna just take the mentality that the first 4 to 8 bars, or maybe even 12 bars, maybe even the first attempt at that verse is just a warm-up verse, and feel free to just scrap that and start over again. Now, the disclaimer with this is I see a lot of these newer MCs or them lazy rappers out there we talk about all the time here at How to Rap. They use this as like carte blanche. They use this as a license to be like, well, Drew said is a warm-up verse, so everything becomes a warm-up verse and you don't actually finish the track. No, the way this usually works in my writing process is if I haven't written for 3 or 4 days, I might be a little rusty, or if I haven't freestyled for a week, the first couple minutes may not be my best work. You kind of have to dig for that gold. So what I'll do is I'll sit there and look at that verse that I might have just written, knowing I'm a little rusty, or knowing that my freestyling will be perfect the first 2 minutes if I haven't spit off the top in a couple weeks, and I'll just be like, all right, yo, I'm just getting that rust off, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll go back. Another way to do that is, another tactic is if you know that your best work comes after you write a warm-up verse or you freestyle for a little bit, you might want to just take a famous instrumental, purposefully write a just random quote-unquote free verse or free written or whatever it is, knowing that you're not going to put that on the track, knowing you're not going to release it. And then after you've completed that first warm-up verse, scrap that and actually get to the beat that you care about. Now this is some on the low stuff, but it's not theory. This ain't no like just trick to like turn you into Kendrick tomorrow. It's something that actually really works. I can tell you from rapping for many years that it works. It's also something that I've coached rappers to help them find their actual best punchlines. So for you, the practical steps to this, if you're feeling like writer's block is hitting you, if you're feeling like you're not coming up with your best punchlines in the first 4 to 8 bars, you may want to just take up the warm-up verse approach. Scrap that, start over again. Feel of it. It's like sort of like the way that they do in sports. They have warm-ups. These are just layups before the game, and then get your head in the game going back. So that's one tip that comes directly from real life experience, not a theory up in our head, not just from somebody you never heard of. It's a real professional rap coach embodied by me, Swag, that will actually work. So this is a tip for you today, something practical from the big homie Drew, rap coach extraordinaire, leader of the legends, mentor to the motivated, world's first favorite rap coach, all those that are monikers. And as always at the end of these videos, I mentioned if you want to get coached by me directly, check out our online class, the exclusive group. Registration is closing soon. We want to keep the quality high. You know, folks get frustrated that we can't just coach every single person ever, but we got to keep the quality high, personalized attention. So if you feel like you're serious and want to take the next step, check it out in the video description box. If not, no matter what, hopefully this helps. I love the fact that y'all watch this and use this, and I love hearing y'all comment on how this stuff is helping, because it comes from real life, real experience, and real coaching. So as always, I will check you out soon. Peace and love. And by the way, shout out to Boundless Beats, boundlessbeats.com. I sometimes forget to mention that's my big homie who's making these dope beats in the background. You hear me? So be sure to go check it out. Boundlessbeats.com. Boundless Beats on YouTube. That's my homie. Shout out to John. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.